Okay, so let's get this meeting started at 6:18 p.m. Thursday, January 6th. I believe we have myself, Johannan, Barb, and Bert. And Will here on the call, so we do have a quorum. I do not believe we have any prior minutes to approve, do we, Heather? Do we have Heather there?
Do we lose her?
I'm sorry, I muted myself. No, we do not.
Okay. Do we have any officer reports?
None for me.
None here.
I actually do, just for you guys, a situation kind of developing earlier. I'll touch base on it quickly just to keep you in the loop. Kelly is not very happy that we've taken collections away from him. Matter of fact, via email, he has pretty much resigned today.
Wow.
I do still have a phone call. I do still have a phone call in with him. I left him a voicemail. I guess he wants to discuss it a little bit. I have not heard back. So that situation is still kind of developing a little bit.
Okay.
That being said, he did make it quite clear that he's a one and only. So he wants to represent the HOA in all of its matters or none of it. My advice is not to be held hostage by him one way or the other. We have already hired Mankin and Law, and we should continue that route. And if we need to replace the attorney, okay. I don't see a huge problem in it, other than that we need to interview some more attorneys. You know, a quick Google search in the Tampa Bay area will give you pages worth.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
So I guess there's plenty of them. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. I know Heather liked working with Kelly a lot. My real intent is to keep him for the
General counsel.
Park Square. Yeah, the Park Square project that he's on now, right? And anything he's currently still working on, while we offload anything else. If he's not interested in that, then we're a little bit more under the gun, but I still feel okay with it. And that's okay. It is what it is. We can easily start interviewing attorneys and pick someone. Not the end of the world. So I'll let you guys know more as that situation develops, but that's just where it is right now, and that's all I have for that.
Okay.
Moving on next. Heather, do we have any community manager reports to give?
No, I just had the agenda set for just this purpose and not anything extra. So I didn't prepare for that.
Perfect. I'm just going through the roll here. Any special committee reports? Anybody want to get anything out?
I just have a meeting coming up, and that's pretty much it from the social. We're going to be starting up and getting our calendar ready. It's already posted, so we'll see what happens from that.
Due to this interim meeting, I didn't prepare anything for the committees I represent, so nothing from our side.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to move on to new business. This should be quick and easy, folks. I only have 2 agenda items here. We have, I'm going to make a motion here to discuss and approve the proposed electronic voting resolution.
Seconded.
I do have it attached there in agenda. I hope everyone, I'm sorry. Second it. Thank you, Johannan. I do have the resolution attached there in the agenda. I'm hoping everyone had a chance to read it.
I don't have any problem with it.
I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna put that one straight to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, I have a second action item here. The motion is being made in an effort to comply with Florida Statute 720.3069B, adopting the policy that requires all candidates, current board members, and any future appointed board members to consent to a background check in order to serve within the HOA.
I second that.
Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. The Florida statute, though it says it very weird, it is very clear that all candidates seeking candidacy are to have a clean criminal background. Now, it puts the burden on the HOA to figure out how to do that. And the answer is quite simple. You run a background check. It could easily be done online. They're about $20 a person. And it's just a basic clean and clear background check. I just think the way that the statute kind of words it and leaves it off, it leaves it open to only candidacy. So future appointed board members technically wouldn't have to. I think it's a great thing. I think we should do it so long as we have a policy in place that says, hey, we need to do this, then we could get this out as early as tomorrow or Monday to make sure everyone is complying with this and okay with getting a background check now. because if they're not, then they don't have the right to candidacy.
I agree.
I think no problem for me. I think we should definitely do that. I think it's a fair thing.
I'm good with it.
Same here.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I have one last quick one that did not make it here, folks. I'm basically looking for an expenditure for signage. I'm looking for a max dollar amount of about $300. The motion is to spend no more than $300 for signage for our voting and upcoming election.
I'll second that.
Basically, thank you. We have been, Sean came up with one quote. I've looked at a few others online, and we're thinking $300 is the right number. It gets us about 20-yard signs and a big banner I'm hoping we could put up by Publix. I don't have any details yet on exactly what it's going to say, but obviously elections happen, voting, the election is going to take place February 24th. The details we can figure out later, but I'm thinking a $300 figure is probably more than enough for what we need to get those and then keep them for future elections.
Okay, do we have an account that we can take it out of?
I don't know. Most likely, yes. I mean, we could even pull it out of, social committee funds too, because whatever we go with on this, we're going to be doing the same signage for all the rest of our events, if you
Okay.
call them. Whether
Yeah,
it be a food truck or, I'm trying to do a deal that we could kind of keep using the same company year round for the same
Makes sense.
setup.
I think that's a
Okay.
good plan.
I have no problem.
Let's put it to a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay, this would normally be resident input. I know we have a few people online here. Does anyone have any questions or anything they'd like to address with us here?
Make sure they know to unmute themselves, Tommy.
That's what I'm doing.
Well, we'll just give a few more moments to if they want to unmute.
Yep.
I'm just gonna put a note.
I'm
out.
sorry. Hi, this is Lynn here. I just wanted to make a quick comment. I'm sorry I missed the first part of the meeting because unfortunately the meeting ID and passcode that I got on my form here that I got mailed or that I printed out wasn't the same as the link. So, and I feel like I joined the meeting, but then it disconnected me. It said that it was closed, the meeting was closed. And so I apologize for missing the beginning of the meeting, but I just wanted to know if it's ever been addressed, the speeding in the area. We have cars zooming by our neighborhood, lots of kids playing outside. And has anyone ever asked about speed bumps or anything like that?
Well, yes. Tommy could go ahead and talk about that.
Thank you.
We've done quite a bit of digging in that. Actually, to answer the first part of your question or your statement, Lynn, no, that's our fault. I'm sorry. The one agenda posted had last year's meeting ID on it. We have a whole new set of meeting IDs for 2022, and that got posted to the other agenda on Facebook. So I apologize for the mishap there. That's not going to be a problem continuing forward. As far as speeding and speed bumps, it is a common conversation within the HOA. We've talked about it quite a bit. We've even done research. Heather has talked to traffic engineering with Hillsborough County about it. Part of the problem is they're not inclined to put in speed bumps of any kind or any type of speed stops, tabletops, anything like that. The county needs to see this as a problem to act. We've brought it to their attention several times. They've actually defunded the division that actually would normally take care of this. Their solution was, we will send out a pamphlet convincing people on how to not speed. So, lack of a better term, we've gotten pretty much nowhere with it. That being said, some of the easy solutions are neighborhood security. Sometimes neighborhood security with the cop cars blocking both areas during school, that alone will stop a lot of speeding and traffic. Granted, we don't have that yet, but it is a possibility. Short of not being a gated community, we just don't have control over the roads. They are county owned.
So, and to add to that, I personally had to put worked really hard on putting a speed bump in my previous community, right near my house, because I used to live in a house where they used to speed, and they do motorcycle racing. And it takes a lot. I think we took almost 1.5 years to convince the county to do this. And usually they usually move a little bit quicker if someone dies. Sorry to say that, but that's true. And you have to document and get a lot of people constantly pressuring them to do it. And so I've kind of gone through that experience a little bit. So we're kind of dealing with that, but it's, you know, in my case, we eventually were successful, but unfortunately some people, you know, had unfortunate accidents before they really started taking a lot more
Did
action.
anything.
But, you know, I'm just letting you know from you have to keep pressuring them. Sometimes that the county does. I don't know if they came out and done surveys. Usually it's a good sign when they come out and start doing surveys and you see the traffic people thing, but you know, I would encourage you to keep if yourself and anyone in the area to keep pressuring the county. It tends to help a lot, but that's just from my personal experience from getting a speed bump. It's challenging.
Okay, I really appreciate
is
your
a-
information on this. Thank you.
Yep. Just to give you one other idea, I've been tossing around. I don't know if it exists here, but like Bernie had just brought up in the chat here for portable speed traps with cameras from the county. Back when I lived in Illinois, Cook County there, they used to have a program with any local business could join. It cost them a little bit of money, but it was basically a county program where if you were to purchase their speed cams, you could set up their speed cams and control them like on your business if you're protecting a drive from speeding or whatnot. And it would automatically alert and send license plate cams to the county for ticketing to be given. I don't know if Hillsborough has any of those projects in place, ever did or still do, but it'd be worth checking out. I know they are pricey because the equipment's expensive, but at the end of the day, that's all you need is a couple on our main streets running through here. That alone would soon, you know, solve the speeding issue for speed tickets being monitored.
So I know
Tommy, this is Heather. I'll go ahead and tell you that in Hernando County, I do know that they will lend out at no charge the digital signs. So, I mean, if you want, I can check in with Hernando County. I'm sorry, Hillsborough County, and see if they do the same.
See, I know when we did it, we got private cameras to do something similar, to document, and then they send out traffic people after we documented the problem. So, you know, I think that's a good suggestion if they provide it.
If they provide it, yeah. I know some counties were doing it. It was a real big thing in Cook County, and it kind of fizzled out and died after 2 years. But
you could
when
do
they
it
had
privately.
it worked.
That's what I'm saying.
We could get it privately. We would have to be spearheaded. We'd have to do a little research. I'm not familiar exactly how privately works because sure you could get it, but then you're still at the whim of convincing the county to do something with the information you have. It's kind of like we're already telling them we have a speeding issue, but they're not complying. So
correct.
Is there some contact information that maybe we could gather so that, you know, I know several of my neighbors would be happy to write an email or a letter. You know, I don't know if there's more people that are mentioning it. Maybe that would help. I don't know, but maybe if we could get some contact information and that way we can all kind of dive in and try to.
Usually you have to, when you open like a ticket or something, I would share it with everyone else, and that way they can all pile on that same, because that's what we did in my previous community. We all piled on and we were able to, like, we had some private cameras and stuff in different corners, and we were able to use that to also document some of the issues that were going on. And it was very obvious there was racing and reckless driving going on in my particular situation. So it still took a while, but you know, having that and people piling on constantly on this exact same, I think I forget if it's a ticket situation, but if you case or case number or something, make sure you share that, whatever they give you. And then that way people can pile onto the same thing so they know.
Okay, I got it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
yeah, Facebook post. And Heather, maybe this is a good kind of stopping point for this. But Bernie has a good point. Those portable speed traps, they could, if the county's offering them and we could get them, technically the county should be able to download camera information on a monthly ticketing system of some sort. So if we can task you to look into that, that'd be great.
I've made a note of it.
Perfect. Okay, anyone else? All right, everyone, meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody. Good night.
Thanks,
See you
folks.
soon.
Bye, guys. Night, night.